President of the United States.
In his State of the Union speech, Barack Obama tried to sell Congress on climate change legislation as a big step toward bringing back American jobs.
It means passing a comprehensive energy and climate bill with incentives that will finally make clean energy the profitable kind of energy in America.
But the Congress has yet to be convinced. And without its approval, the Obama administration's pledges at Copenhagen don't mean anything. The House of Representatives has passed a bill aiming to cut carbon emissions by 17% by 2020. It would set limits on pollution by industries, then have the government auction off emission credits that can be bought and sold by businesses. But that system, called cap and trade, has run into serious resistance in the Senate.
Cap and trade is very expensive. We're talking about somewhere between $300 and $400 billion a year. That's something that American people can't tolerate, and I don't believe they will.
But almost every study that looks at the costs does not factor in the impact of energy efficiency or the impact of new technology, or what the impact is of becoming more energy independent. And most importantly, none of them factor in the cost of doing nothing.
But crucial to winning congressional approval is overcoming American concerns about the commitments of other countries. China, for example, now the world's biggest greenhouse gas emitter, which insists that all its reduction targets are strictly voluntary and will not be legally binding. That position undermines what the Obama administration thought it had achieved from the accord signed in Copenhagen: firm commitments for absolute cuts in emissions and a policing system to assure that those commitments were being carried out.
It did what we needed for the Senate. It said China, India, Brazil, Mexico, etc. are going to take real action on their own, and we're going to be able to verify that they've done that. And it's no longer just the United States and big countries taking.
But U.S. officials say the Copenhagen Agreement is nevertheless a small step forward on a long and steep path.
It's a much more comprehensive conversation which this sets in motion. Will it do everything that we need? No. Is the alternative something that we prefer? Absolutely not. Because the alternative is not some perfect deal.
But if Congress fails to pass climate legislation with teeth before the follow-up to Copenhagen in Mexico next December, prospects for achieving an effective global deal will become more remote. Tom Ackerman, Al Jazeera, Washington.